on now. Hello, Eagles Nation. This is your boy, The Green Talents, coming to another video. Um, this video pertains to what's happening in the Eagles organization as far as hold on just a minute, as far as coaching staff and coaches leaving, prior coaches leaving, and new coaches coming in. The Eagles have added a couple more guys to the coaching staff. If you guys have already seen on Facebook, internets, all the media outlets worldwide. If you haven't heard already, the Eagles they are allowing Dave Phipp to explore other opportunities outside of the Eagle organization. I knew this was coming because for the simple fact is, for the last 3 years, the Eagle special teams have not been the same as it been since he came into the league back in 2013 when the Eagles switched over the staff, or better yet, when Chip Kelly came in, when they started filling in newer guys to replace older guys who with Andy Reid prior to him being fired. They brought in Dave Phipp. I think Dave Phipp came from another NFL team, or maybe another car team. I'm not exactly sure, but from 2015 to 2017, the Eagles had one of the better special team units in the NFL, top 5 ranked. And then at one point, he was being considered as a head coach, a future head coach in the waiting. But since 2017, 18, 19, and then past all season, the Eagles special teams have been below 15. Now, to me, when you are a top 15 or top 10 or top 5 special teams overall rate, I mean, you're doing real good and going up. But the Eagles have failed below top 15. And so I think this year the Eagles special teams was ranked like 21, 22 in the NFL because they were not returning punts and kickoffs for touchdowns. I think the Eagles only had 1 or 2 this year, I believe, and that's poor. And then they also had some guys missing tackles. And so when you miss tackle, and when teams get like 45 or 50 up the field, either in the middle of the field or over toward the opposing side of the field, when that happens, teams can score on you in a hurry. And so and then you put your defense in a bad position to make plays defensively. So Dave Phipp, if he does decide to go, that's fine, because the Eagles needs another special teams coordinator, because this guy, like I said, he was ranked. We had a top 15 ranked defense. I mean, all special teams from 2013, 2017, and then after that, we kind of fell off the map after that. So it's crazy, and I don't know if it has something to do with injuries or players leaving via free agency. It could be both. I don't know, but all I know is he's being allowed to go out and explore other options. Maybe he'll succeed somewhere else on a better football team, and maybe he can get his name back on the map again to be a future head coach in the NFL. Maybe not. We don't know, but all I know is if he does decide to go, I wish him the best in his future endeavors. But if he does have to stay, the Eagles are going to figure out some way to get new players in for better special team units where he can do these things from what he was doing when he first came to the league. So we'll see what happens there. Right now, it's just up in the air, so we don't know. And then the other one is Duke Staley. Now, everybody has heard about this. Everybody has. And Duke Staley has requests to be released from his contract. And I can't blame the man, for a simple fact is, you gotta look at it this way. When you done been passed over several times for either head coaching or offensive coordinator positions like that. Remember now, he was running backs coach and an assistant head coach. That was a promotion, but I think he wanted to be the offensive coordinator this year around. And the Eagles bypassed them to be head coach this year. And I think he felt if he wasn't going to be head coach, he at least wanted to be the offensive coordinator, which means that they give head coach, offensive coordinator and running back. I think if he had maintained both positions and a little bit more money, he probably would have stayed. But since all this has happened within the last few days or last week or so, he wanted to leave, so you can't blame him for that. And I think the Eagles are going to grant him his wish to leave. You know what I'm saying? And he's another guy that I wish the best for, because maybe he can go somewhere else and become a head coach or become an offensive coordinator at best. But I said it a couple of years ago that he probably needs to go to the college level and become an offensive coordinator at college level, and then with the possibility of becoming a head coach at the college level. That'll give him some coaching experience, and then he can possibly return to the NFL as a head coach. That's what I was hoping that would have done for him. But see, he should have, to me, when South Carolina Gamecocks, the college team, fired their defensive coach, the defensive minded head coach this season, he should have been a top candidate for that job, but he was not. So I don't know what the deal was with that. I was hoping that he would have gotten that his alma mater, his head coach for his alma mater. I was hoping for that, but it never happened. So they hired some other guy to take that job, and so that left him out in the waters alone again. So I'm hoping this time around he maintains his status and become a head coach or become an offensive coordinator in the NFL, or maybe the college level. I don't know, but it depends. With him being a black coach, maybe that is why he's being overlooked, or maybe he's being overlooked because he lacks experience at being a coach. Maybe it's both, or maybe it's one or the other. I don't know. I'm just talking from what I've heard and from what I've seen so far on the internet and from what I've been reading. So I don't know. But now let's go to the ones they are interviewing and the ones who came in. The Eagles have interviewed Chargers offensive coordinator Shane, I think named Steichen, Shane Steichen, I think it's Steichen, Shane Steichen, for the same position. Now, I don't think this man is going to become the Eagles offensive coordinator. I'll die very seriously, because why would you be named to the same position unless they offer you more money? And that may be the possibility. So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna get more money being a Chargers offensive coordinator than being the Eagles. Maybe the Eagles drop another $2 or $3 million in his only contract to become the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. Maybe, I don't know. But that's still in the wings right now. So that's a wait and see process. And then secondly, the Eagles have hired Kevin Patullo, whatever his name is. I think they can Patullas. Kevin Patullas from the Colts to be the passing game coordinator. Now, maybe he's gonna be the passing game coordinator and maybe the assistant offensive coordinator. Maybe he's gonna be both. And see, passing game coordinator, I mean, you design plays for the offensive coordinator to call, and then it goes from the call to the quarterback. I mean, it goes from the call to the offensive coordinator to the coach, and the coach transfers the play to the player. So maybe that's what that's going to be. And then the Eagles at the college level, they brought in defensive line coach Tracy Rocker. He's from Auburn. He went to Auburn defensive lines coach, but this guy also has NFL experience, so that gives him a foot in the door in a sense of speaking. He was I guess he was a defensive assistant with the Tennessee Titans, I think they said from 2015, 2017, I think that's what it was. And then from that, he went to the college level, Auburn. And he was I think he was that last 3 years at Auburn before coming back to the NFL as a defensive line coach. So he getting more money, because if you think about it, when you a defensive assistant or offensive assistant, you don't get no more than about $200,000 or $300,000 a year. And so he went from Tennessee to Auburn, and he might have got about maybe $1 or $2 million a year from Auburn. And now, with him being the head defensive line coach, that may be $4 or $5 million a year for a defensive line coach. His name is Tracy Rocker. If you don't believe me, look him up. He's on the internet and he's on Facebook. And if you go to Google, if you Google Tracy Rocker, you should see a bunch of live streams saying about Tracy Rocker being the new head defensive line coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. He has lately been hired, so he has accepted the job. Now he's heading up to the Eagles, be the new defensive line coach. Now they replacing the guy named Matt. I think the name is Matt Berkey or Matt Burke, something like that. He was the former defensive line coach. He's out, and they brought in a new younger guy. Tracy Rocker is a young dude. He got in his late 30s, early 40s. So he's a young guy that they bring. So if you see this trend, the Eagles are bringing in a bunch of young people, young guys that's 45 years and under. So that they started over young. So that means that this roster is gonna turn over probably in the next 2 or 3 years with Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, all these guys who got 2 or 3 more years left on their deal. They're either gonna be traded or they're gonna be releasing their contract, and they're gonna start drafting young players between now and 2023 to make the team competitive again. So this is what I'm saying. This whole trend of bringing in all these young guys to be in these positions to make these plays and calls, that lets you know right there the Eagles are going young, and there's no question about it. They also hired defensive backs coach Jonathan Gannon as the new defensive coordinator. Now, if you guys quite remember, the Eagles the Colts had one of the best defensive fronts, or best defensive backs in the NFL, and so the same defense that they teach at Indianapolis, this guy is gonna bring to the Philadelphia Eagles, which means that there will not be no more front four pressure, and there will not be no more thick defense that Jim Schwartz was bringing. I just got through saying that a minute ago. The Buccaneers have struck again. It was 21-10. Now the Buccaneers struck again. Now 27-10. They just struck. I mean, I can't believe this. The Buccaneers are putting a beat down on the Green Bay Packers on their home turf and Lambeau Field. That's beyond. That is so crazy. They actually caused the fumble. And what happened? And they put the fumble up in the play on the play of the field, and that what kind of led all this situation over in the first place. So now they're showing the play here. I got TV on mute so I can make the video, and so yep, they jarred the play loose, and the Buccaneers picked the ball up, and wow, this is crazy. The Buccaneers are playing more physical football than the Packers. I can't believe it. This is crazy. I mean, I really can't believe this. And then the tight end Break had just caught a touchdown pass in the end zone. So that's why it's now 28-10. Whew. The Packers gonna have to figure out some way. Well, it's still plenty of more time left in this game, so anything can happen between this late in the third quarter going to the fourth quarter. So anything can happen between now. But anyway, back to the hiring process here. Let me see. I think I better name all of them. Let me see. Dave Flip, Shane Stetchen, Kevin Patullo, Kevin Rocker, Jonathan. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So the Eagles are now, they are continuing to fill out their staff as far as who they're going to bring in. It takes up about 2 weeks to actually get a complete staff. And so far they only got 1, 2, 3, 4. They only got 4 positions filled. They're going to bring in. Oh yeah, they decide to keep Jeff Stoutland. I'm glad they did because Stoutland at one point was going to return back to Alabama, and so that been put on hold because the Alabama couldn't tie and filled the position by bringing another offensive line coach, and now Jeff Stoutland was left without going in. So now the Eagles had bought Stoutland back, and I'm actually glad they did because Stoutland is one of the better offensive line coaches in the NFL. Wherever he has gone, the guy has been able to maintain offensive line and been able to put them in position for good blocks up the field on run and pass plays. And so the guy's one of the best. And I hope they give him a new deal, give him more money up front. So I would love to see Jeff Stoutland to be the highest paid offensive line coach in the NFL. Get a man $3 or $4 million a year. I mean, he deserves it. Right now, he's making less than $2 million a season. I would love to see that guy make at least $4 or $5 million a year. Give him a new 3 or 4 year deal. You know what I'm saying? He deserved to be the next highest paid offensive line coach, and that will set the standards for teams bringing in offensive line coaches and make sure that they're top pedigree to bring in top pedigree offensive linemen, right tackles, left guards, right guards, and centers, and backup players as well. So this guy's one of the best, no doubt about that. So I'm actually glad they actually kept Stoutland. I'm happy, you know what I'm saying. So that's one coach that has survived Kelly. That has survived 2 coaching changeovers. So with him being part of the next coaching change, and the Eagles are bringing in young guys to fill their position, so he may be the only veteran coach on that team. If they decide to keep other guys from Coach Doug Peterson's staff. Right now they kept Stoutland, so who else gonna stay, who gonna go, no one knows. But I just feel that I need to make this video for you guys out there because some of y'all YouTubers out there are doing the same thing. Some of y'all bring in some information that I don't have, and some of you bring some information that I am bringing on to this video at the very forefront. So without any further ado, this is your boy, The Green Talents, bring you a video on update of the coaching staff. I'm hoping that this video get viral. Like I said before in all my videos, hit that bell button on top so you know when I make videos, it's live and you definitely want to come. Subscribe to my channel and let me know and add something at the comment section at the bottom. So I'm looking forward to read your comments. Peace to you guys. And so far, I'm close to 70 subscribers. I hope I can get over 100. I still like to thank my man DE90 for his contributions because he is a pretty cool cat. And I'm looking forward to meeting him real soon because he one guy that believed in me and I believed in him. And we talk so on YouTube and stuff of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So he's a guy that's married. He has a family and he has a son, you know what I'm saying? A newborn son that been born, I think, a year or 2 ago. So I'm happy for him. And I'm also happy that he's allowed me to be on his channel. And I'm also happy for him to download a video from my channel to put on his channel so everybody can see who I am and give me all the subs that I need. Like I said before, I hope I get 100 subs because if I get 100 subs, then I can do some things like post pictures. I can do live videos, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that all that comes true because I never done a live video before, and it will be an experience for me to actually do live videos and talk to my fans. Eagle Champ, I thank you very much, bro. I was on your live stream back here a day or 2 ago. You allowed me to comment on your channel. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And to my man, Alpha 3, he always says send it. You know what I'm saying? So this time around, I've already gave him an introduction, my outro. So I'm gonna send, and I'm gonna do it Alpha 3 style, baby. Send it.